chaps, welcome to another video, and if you haven't already guessed by the title, this is an initial impressions of something I've been waiting for quite some time. I was very fortunate to grab it in a trade recently, and this one, it can be a little bit polarising from what I've read, but it's always intrigued me as to why is it polarising. So I thought to myself, well, in for penny, in for pound, grab some while the opportunity is present and see what I think. Well, the soap is Tabac. Yes. Now, some people say it's a bit old manish, some people say it's floral, some people say it's various things. You've got good reviews and you've got reviews where people say it absolutely stinks and it's horrible and they don't ever want to use it again. I like these kind of things because they're intriguing. So, let's see what's what. Obviously we've got the puck, brand new, unopened. We're going to pop this into my shaving bowl. This lovely bit of kit from the Bideford Pottery, from special runs for the shaving room for them. Nice little inside there. We've got a little bit of old dried soap from the last use that I need to get rid of. I say last few uses. I run out some Clark cabinet in there, and yeah, it's just a little bit there that I missed when I was drying. Anyway, so that's the bowl that the Tabac's going to go into. We're going to be using a Mervyn Cadman brush, 26mm silver tip, fantastic bit of kit they are, and the Razor Rock Hawk with the Feather Pro. So, like I say, in the bowl it's going to go. Let's see what I think of the scent. So, the puck itself is a nice little cardboard box with everything you need to know on the back. It says here, let's read it for you. If you've never used Tabac before, it says Tabac Original Shaving Soap softens the beard hairs and facilitates an easy and particularly close shave, dermatologically confirmed. Ingredients wise, potassium stearate, sodium stearate, potassium taloate, so it is a tallow base, water, potassium cocoate, so cocoa butter, sodium taloate, some more tallow in there, perfume, more sodium cocoate, glycerin, limonene, and various other odds and sods that, yeah, I don't know the translations from Latin for. But all in all, a typical shaving soap set of ingredients. So inside the box, the soap comes foil wrapped with the yeah, there's nothing particularly on there. It just says 4.4 ounces or 125 grams on that layered little sticker. It tells us that it's made in Germany by Maurer and Wirtz. Let's see. I can't particularly smell anything up front. I've heard some people say they can smell it right out the box. I can't, so maybe it's not overly strong. Maybe some people have got superhuman sense of smell. Let's see. That's nicely wrapped. It's almost like the old paper you used to get in the old cigarette packets. And that there is your soap. Oh, I can smell it now. Oh, I know what they mean. Yeah, I get that. It does lend itself to being an older person's fragrance. Very much so. I get the floral. I'm not getting anything tobacco unless it's tobacco flower, which I've never smelled. It certainly doesn't smell anything like tobacco that you would put in your cigarettes and your pipe and whatever. It's not unpleasant, but I get the association with the older gentleman. I get it entirely. It's a clean smell. It's very clean. Let's say powdery, floral. Yeah, I can work with that. Let's get rid of that. Pop this in the bowl. And it fits nicely in there. It's gonna move around a bit, I think, but I reckon once we get some water on that and over the week, it'll start to stick to the bottom of the bowl. I think I'm going to have myself a bit of a challenge. Yes, I'm going to have myself a very big challenge. I'm going to attempt to Titanic this puck of Tabac. What do I mean by Titanic? Well, if you've not seen the phrase before, you're going to make it go down like the Titanic. You're going to get right to the bottom. And I've not done that to any soap. I've attempted like a 1 month with one soap before. I bailed after 16 days because I wanted to try something different, but I think I'm going to set myself a bit of a target. How far can I go with a Tabac before I change? So the next few weeks I'll try and get at least one video every weekend done with this. So it's going to be a first impressions, and as far as I can go, I'll give a final review after a week or so, just to let you guys know what I think, and then we're going to catch up on the shave of the days and we're going to see how far we can go. It's going to be interesting. Yeah, it's an old school, clean, soapy smell. Right, on with the shave before I waffle and bore you to tears that you don't want to watch the rest of the video. That makes most of you probably already got anyway, but I won't tell anyone if you don't. So, like I say, the Razor Rock Hawk Feather Pro blade, the brush is one of my Cadman 26mm silver tips. Beautiful brushes these. Merv is a true artist. He makes some fantastic brushes. Got superb knots. Let's see how it goes. Right, just going to dip the tips again. We're going to load the Tabac. Now it's rotating around like a good one, so it's going to be interesting to see what I get. I would have liked a bowl for the Tabac. I may attempt to find one. See how I get on with this first. There's plenty going into the bowl, not masses going into my brush at this point. I might just take the puck out and scoop a lot of this lather out bowl, because it would be a complete waste else. In fact, let's do that now. There's lots in there. I don't know if it'll help it stick, but look at that. That's creamy, it's dense. Feels good on the face. Feels pretty slick between the fingers. It needs moisture. The soap is that slick, it slid off of the shelf onto the sink. Crazy stuff. Anyway, let's keep going. Let's add a bit more water to the top of the puck, just to get a little bit more into the brush. So it's a pleasant enough smell. I don't dislike it. I think that should do me. Lathers easily. Looks, I can totally understand why it would be popular with an older generation. It's a classic scent. It is clean, it's traditional. You know how scent can transport you places? Like, I know with the Shamanic Souk, that transports me back to being a kid at Christmas. This transports me back to being at my grandparents' house as a child. The scent just reminds me of my nan. And it creates a superb lather. This is thick, it's creamy, it's dense. I mean, the brush is full, and still got more moisture to get it to the right consistency. So to me there's elements of imperial leather, you know, the old soaps that had the little sticker on that always caused the bar to malform in shape and have that little sticky out bit at the top. Just imagine that with a little bit of extra floral. That's what it's like to me. And I guess that's why it reminds me of my nan, because that was a soap she used in the bathroom. Doesn't taste as nice as it smells, mind. But then again, what soap does? I'm going to get a bit more water. Oh, I think we're good to go. Yeah, happy with that. So the old hawk, see how it feels. Right, yeah, nice and glide. Oh, nice amount of glide. Yeah, first impression of that's it's really slick. Very slick. So yesterday was an R41 shave, very aggressive. I think this stuff would work well with that razor. So I caught myself on the chin yesterday. And you can see I've just caught it again in the same spot today. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, so I like that scent. But I can see why others wouldn't. That is really slick. It's not overpowering, but it leaves a lovely amount of residual slickness on your face. Yeah, I'm liking this so far. So let's lather up for pass 2. Yeah, as it goes on, the scent kind of mellows into the background and I get more of the powdery, sort of clean scent. The floral aspect kind of settles into the background. I have zero issues with that scent at all. So it's more powerful in the puck. Yeah, and the performance I cannot fault so far. I've heard a few people say fine soaps based on this soaps recipe. It's an interesting comparison. So although the fine soaps are very good, the consistency of the soap is so different, or certainly is to my eyes. I mean, visually they look quite different. Feel different to the hand as well. I'm liking this. Plenty of residual slickness, which bodes well for a good post-shave feel. Let's go for one more pass against the grain. And once I'm done here, I'm going shopping. Take a nice walk, burn off some calories of the lovely beers I enjoyed last night. I had some Titanic plum porter, superb stuff that, sweet, rich, heavenly stuff, warms the cockles of the old art really nicely. And an American IPA, Two Roads, Little Heaven, it's a session IPA, quite strong, really hoppy, beautifully hoppy. If you like hoppy beers, then you'll love that. It'd be nice if we could get a hoppy scented soap from somewhere. Really hoppy. If anyone knows anyone who makes one, let me know. But in the meantime, this stuff is really good. I'm liking it a lot. So happy with that. Very happy with that. So let's just wipe off, see what we're left with. So we've got that residual slickness that really bodes well for a good post-shave feel. In terms of the in-shave performance, the slickness is spot on. Absolutely spot on. Not lacking at all. Cushion, there's plenty of that, but obviously you can adjust the cushion by adding more water or putting less in. Up front, if you want it thicker, less water, so you have a bit more cushion going on, but at the sort of cost of a little bit of the glide. Performance, brilliant. Scent, yeah, it's not bad. It's far more subtle than I was expecting. With people saying they smell it sort of through the box and through the packaging that was coming in the post. Yeah, it's not as strong as that. It's more subtle on the face than it is when you're building the lather in the bowl or from the puck itself. So yeah, I get where people are coming from. I can see why it's polarising. Some people are going to go, oh, it's far too old, it's far too classic, it's far too floral. But that's the one single thing that we can say is the most subjective about any soap is the scent. So it's neither here nor there. I won't ever take anyone's opinion as gospel on the scent, because everyone has a different opinion of what it smells like. Performance is either generally good or it's really bad. There's a few people who are kind of out there and don't quite respond the same as others, so they've got particularly fussy skin. But the chances are, if you get reports that the soap is good in performance, it's going to be good. Packaging, like I said, I liked how it was packaged in the puck. The foil wrapping protects the puck nicely. It's classic. It's yeah, it's classy. It's of the generation that Tabac would fit. And the box from the puck, again, let me just do it up here. It's classy. It's old school. The colours, the mahogany, and the gold. It screams classic. It really does. And I like that, and I don't want them to change that. It's what Tabac is. It's not a pretender. It's not pretending to be anything new. Oh, caught myself there. Yeah. Oh well, it happens. Them Feather Pros are quite sharp and aggressive. But yeah, it does what it says on the tin. It gives you a close shave. It softens beard hair. Yeah, maybe it does. But I only really ever have 1 or 2 days growth, so it's hard to say for sure. But all in all, this stuff I like. It's going to stay in this here bottle, like so. I'm going to use it and abuse it as far as I can to see how far down we can go before I change. So today, being January the 11th, is day 1. How far can we go? We'll see. Anyway, chaps, ladies, people of other species who've learned English, hello to the future, if you're watching from the past. No? Yeah, hello to the future, and if you're watching from the past, well, this stuff was really good now. Back then, maybe not, I don't know. Time travel's a wonderful thing. Can we do it yet? Who knows? Maybe we have, and we just don't know about it. I'm waffling. So my first impressions of Tabac are good. I like. Now my face is drying. Feels good. It'll feel good, I can tell, in an hour's time. Because normally when it's feeling bad, it feels really tight. Like your skin is about half a size too small. It doesn't feel like that. So yeah, on the whole, first impression is very good. I like it a lot. So I'm going to let you go. I'm going to go do my shopping and leave you with this. If you like the video, I'd very much appreciate your thumbs up. And if you really like what you see and want to see more, and particularly to see how I'm going to do with this challenge of Titanic, the Tabac, subscribe. Hit that bell button and get notified whenever I upload something. If you want that kind of intrusion in your life, it'd be very much appreciated. So chaps, thank you very much indeed. This has been the First in Project. Can't bloody get my words out. First impressions of Tabac Original Soap. I've been Nick, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.